there everyone, it's Mandy here from Positive Essence. Hope you are all very well this Tuesday, and if you had a bank holiday yesterday, I hope the return to work and real life wasn't too painful today. So I'm back today for our A to Z of essences, and today we have the essence Gentian. And I say it's always a word I stumble over, so apologies if I'm pronouncing it wrong. So this is one of the batch range, and it's a fantastic little essence. So again, I seem to say that about them all. And this is about those moments when we have setbacks in our lives. So it can be because we have given something a go and it hasn't gone quite as well as we thought it might. We've sat an exam, and a driving test is a prime example of this. So you've gone for your first driving test and you're feeling pretty nervous anyhow. And you've gone in there, you've given it your best shot, something's happened and you haven't passed. And that disappointment sets in. And you kind of overthink about, if I hadn't done that and if I hadn't done that, I might have got through. But it's not the end of the world, because you can do it again. So you go for your next driving test, and just as you're about to get in the car, perhaps before you even got that far, the little mind monkeys start kicking in, and that doubt, and you start replaying what you've done before. And you're like, I didn't do it before, or what happens if that happens again? And that setback you've experienced the first time round starts to influence you this time round. And hopefully you pass this time, fantastic. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world. In absolute reality, it's disappointing, but it isn't the end of the world. You can give it another go. But that seed of doubt is now growing and blossoming and getting bigger and bigger. And can you do it actually? And you start to focus on that negative. You let this setback start to creep in and really affect you. It might be you've been having to give a presentation at work, you've been for an interview. It can be anything of that nature. Maybe a child sitting a test at school, or even just going to school. And when any of these things that we start to think about a little bit too much and go, could have done it better, could have done it differently. And that setback discourages you from trying again necessarily, or at least it influences you when you go to give it another go. And it might not necessarily be the same thing you're trying to do. It might just be something similar but different. And so Gentian helps give us that encouragement, gives us that support that we need. So you think about it a little bit like a little cheerleader in a bottle, I always think, where it's like, yeah, you can do this, you've got this, you're fine, you'll be okay. And so it gives us that sense of positivity again. It helps give us that encouragement that we can actually achieve this rather than focusing on the negatives. From our animals' point of view, they don't necessarily experience the same disappointments that we do. But there are times where our animals will stop trying. They'll experience setbacks, and it does influence them in their behaviour and how they interact on their day-to-day life. So it might be an animal that competes on our behalf in agility or horse jumping, that type of thing, where they've clipped a pole and they're a bit reluctant to give it another go. So know that it's not disappointment they're feeling necessarily. We say we don't want to put human emotions onto our animals, but they are affected by it. So again, Gentian can help release that and let them get back in there and give it another go. It could be an animal who has had an injury and they're that little bit cautious about trying again. So maybe they've had a leg injury, they've hurt their paw, they've hurt their hoof, and so they're tentatively putting it down. And so while there's nothing physically wrong with them anymore, there's that setback, there's that little niggle in their brain that goes, no, this could be difficult, this might hurt, this could be different. And so again, it can help give them that encouragement. Try it again. No, it won't necessarily go the same way it went last time. It's fine. Try again. I also think this is a fantastic essence for those of us that work as in the animal care, animal training, behavioural side of things, on a whole, any animal professional. And I think we are very quick to see how we could have done it differently. So I say I know I've done it personally. I've come out of a behavioural consultation, a training session, and gone, could have done that differently. I should have done this. I should have said that. You look at the negatives of the situation and you let that get into your head and start niggling away at you. So when you go to the next consultation, or even before you, I say again, before you get that far, you've booked the appointment in, you are doing the prep for your training class, that type of thing, and that niggle starts coming, those mind monkeys come out to play and saying, well, last time you did this, remember what happens? And again, it's never as bad as it seems. Yes, you could have done something differently. You might have been able to do it better, but you do the best you can with the knowledge you have. And most of the time, it's gone fine. And your clients will have been delighted with what you've done. But we are very, very quick to go to that negative place and talk down to ourselves. That internal criticism comes through. So Gentian will give you that, I say, your little cheerleader. It'll help you get past that. Let's look for the positives and see what we've done well. And I think that's a really important thing, that we can look to make a note of it, journal round about these sort of things. So yes, it might not have gone as brilliantly as you'd want to, but generally speaking, something good will have happened in that session. Remember what that is, look for that, find out what that is, make a note of it. So next time when you're faced with this, you can go back, you can have a look at it, you can see what went well. Make a note of those times the client says, the difference you've made to my dog now that I know how to do X, Y, and Z. We're very quick to skirt over that and go, oh yeah, it's nothing, it's fine, do it all the time. Remember those bits, they are important, they are what you can go back to when that negative place starts coming round again. So a combination between this sort of journaling, this log, and it can sound a bit cliche, but find those positive things in each day. Make a wee note of them in your diary. At the end of your client diary, 3 things that went well that day. I do this when my kids come in from school. 3 things that went well for you today. And it shifts that negative bias that we're very good at looking at. So that's us for today. Our little Gentian cheerleader in the bottle. And as always, if you've got any thoughts, comments or questions, do let me know. Either down below, send me a private message and I will come back to you as soon as I possibly can. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow and I will look forward to it. Have a fantastic evening and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.